Hello students, today we are going to discuss fifth topic of our EVS subject. The name of the topic is living and non-living things. So we all know that we are surrounded by a lot of things. These things may be natural or they may be human made. But we are surrounded wherever we are. Maybe we are in the open playground, we are sitting at our home, or we are sitting in a classroom. At all the places we are surrounded by a lot of things. And these things, as I told you, they may be natural. That is, they are present naturally in the surrounding. Also, there are some things which are human made. So, we are going to learn about these things which are surrounding us. But before starting with the lesson, I would like to discuss some points with you. So, the first thing that we will take for discussion is natural things. So, the things which are not human made, which are present in the nature, they are called as the natural things. For example, sun, air, water, plants, animals, rocks, soil, all these are natural things. These things are not made or developed by human beings, but they are naturally present in our nature. Okay, the next point is human made things. So there are various things which are surrounding us, and these things are made by the human beings. Human beings have developed or manufactured various things with the help of their intelligence. For example, house. The houses that we live in, these are not naturally made, but the human beings, they have developed, they have constructed the houses for all the human beings to live, and they have used all their intelligence for the development of these houses. So also the cars that are driven, are they made naturally? No. Many humans have worked for a lot of days and they have manufactured these vehicles, cars, all the two-wheelers, isn't it? Yes. Also the books, all types of furnitures, the bulb that gives light to us, and all the electrical gadgets and many more things. The human being, what he has done is, as per his need, he has developed various things which are useful to him to lead his life easily. So all the things that are made by human for easiness, for comfortable life, are called as human made things. Okay, the next point is living things. So what are living things? Living things are the things which have life in them, which can move on their own. Okay, so what are these living things? Examples are plants, animals and human beings. Yes, all the plants, all the animals and we, the human beings, we are the examples of living things. I will be explaining to you all the features or the characteristics of living things in this same topic, but later on. Also, the next point is non-living things. So the books that we use, the pen, pencil, the houses that we live in, the ball that is used to play, the cycle, that is, all of you may be having cycles, you ride the cycles, fan, chalk, all the electrical appliances, all the objects, all our furnitures, these things, they do not have life in them. They can't move on their own. They have to be lifted and taken to other places. They can't move on their own, nor do these things require food to grow. It means that all these things, they do not grow, and that is why they are called as non-living things. That is, no life is seen in all these things. Have you ever heard of any book in which the pages have grown overnight? No. When a book is printed, the pages are fixed and it remains fixed until the book gets burst, teared off, or anything happens to the book. So all these things are not having life in them. They do not grow, nor do they move from one place to other on their own. And so all these things are called as non-living things. Now let us have a look at the features of living things. So we all know that plants, animals and living human beings are the living things. So the first feature of living thing is living things grow. So all the living things, that is the plants, the animals and the human beings, they keep growing. Let us take an example of a small baby. When the baby is born, it is very small. But later, as the time passes, it grows, it becomes a child, then it grows and becomes a young, and then it again grows and becomes an adult, then old, and then dies away. Similarly, if we take the example of a small seed of any plant, the seed, when it is put into the soil and is given proper water and it gets proper nutrition, the seed germinates. It grows into a small sapling. Then slowly it keeps growing up to it becomes a huge tree. So we come to know that living things keep growing. The second feature is living things need food and water. So living things grow, and they grow because they have a good quantity of or required quantity of food and water. When good quantity of food and water is given to the living things, they keep growing. The next feature is living things feel and react. So in human beings and animals, they feel with their skin. So if something touches you, you can easily feel it with the help of your skin. Same is the case with the animals. And the plants, they react to the things, to the changes that are happening in the surrounding. For example, let us take the touch me not plant. In Marathi we call it lazari. So when you touch this plant, the plant closes its leaves. Similarly, the sunflower, it moves towards the sun, isn't it? The lotus, it blooms in the morning and it closes, it withers away in the evening. So the plants react to the things that are happening in their surrounding, the atmosphere. When the changes that happen in the atmosphere are felt, and the plants, they react to these changes. The next feature is living things breathe. So what do the living things do? The living things need air. So they take in the air. Human beings, they require oxygen. Animals, they require oxygen, whereas the plants, they require carbon dioxide. So they take in the air, and whatever is required from that air, they take that, and the rest of is exhaled, is left out. So breathing process takes place in all the living things. The next is living things move. So living things move from one place to other place. All the animals and the human beings, they move from one place to other place on their own. Plants are the only living things which cannot move on their own. Okay, the next is living things reproduce. Reproduce means giving birth to the young ones of the same type. So all the living things, they give birth to their small ones of their type. Human beings give birth to a small baby. Plants, they give birth to small plants, or through with the help of seeds, the reproduction or birth giving process of the plants take place. In animals, some animals give eggs, while some animals give direct birth to the young ones. So these are the 6 features or characteristics of living things. We will be discussing all these characteristics in detail in our next lecture. Till then, read all the characteristics on your own and try to find out the new words. Learn their spellings and by heart all the spellings.